Hi, my curious learners. So once again, you are back at your favorite learning platform, Learn Forward, and your Maths Buddy Mini is right here with you with your Maths book, Maths Concepts and Skills for Grade 4 by Feathercap. Today, we are going to start something that you need every time you want to go for shopping. You want to buy anything. What's that? Exactly, you need money to buy things. So this is the medium of exchange and this is chapter 12 of your book, Money. We'll be starting with that. Do you know what is currency? Yes, that is the money being used in any country. So what is the currency of India? Perfect, you are. Rupees, and the smaller unit is paise. What is the relation between rupees and paise? Do you know how many paise are there in 1 rupee? Perfect, 100 paisa. So before we go ahead, let's have a gear up exercise for you. Rohan has to do Christmas shopping. He has a sum of money that he can use to purchase these things. He chooses a few things. Can he buy all these things with the money he has? Let us check it out. Tick the things you think he can buy within his budget. So the budget is given right here. In this case, he has just 500 rupees, and in this case, he has still smaller amount. That is only rupees 400. So you want to check, will he be able to buy all this stuff if he has 500 rupees? What are you going to do for that? Perfect. You will be adding all these amounts. So do you think it will be available in 500 rupees? No. So what are the things he can buy? You will have to tick them out. See, the question says, tick the things you think he can buy within his budget. What do you mean by budget? Budget means whatever amount you have, you don't have to cross it. You have to be within limits so that you are done with the amount available. So we just plan in that what things we have to prioritize, what we should buy, what is something we can work without it. So we'll keep it aside maybe for the next time when it is in our budget, right? So let's see how we can do budgeting here for 500 rupees. This is 50, 250, 90, 120 and 370. So in 500 rupees, what are the things he can buy? He can buy 370 and 120. So that gives you 490. Is there any other combination possible? Let's see. What is 50 plus 250? This is 300. 390 and then 400, 510. That crosses. So in place of this, is this possible 50, 250 and 120? Yes, that gives you 420 and you will be left with something. Now it's your choice. You have to prioritize whether you need this gift along with this for the celebration, or you want to decorate. So you need this star, this and this. So it's your choice whether you want to go for these things or you can do with just two things. Make your own choice, children. Similarly, for 400 rupees, you have the eatables here. That was for decoration. Now for party, you need eatables also. So for eatables, you have a budget of 400 rupees. So just find out what will be the things you can buy for 400 rupees. Now, we already know that 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa. We'll be starting with addition and subtraction of money. When you write amount, do you know you use a decimal point in between to separate rupees and paisa? Yes. So when you have to add or subtract, we will be using that notation here. So if you have add rupees 192.65 and rupees 58.95. We have already learnt about adding and subtracting decimal numbers, isn't it? So you'll be careful that the decimal point should be aligned. Okay. So the 192.65 rupees you write here, and then rupees 58.95. So we have to make sure that decimal point should come just below decimal point, and then you will do simple subtraction and even addition. Even if you have something to carry on, it will go to the other part, the whole part of the decimal, that means to the rupees part. So when you add 5 plus 5, 10, 0 carry 1, 9 plus 1, 10 and 6, 16, 6. So see, the carryover of point the paisa part of this amount is going to the rupees part. So 8 plus 2, 10 plus 1, 11, 1 carry 1, 9 plus 1, 10 plus 5, 15, 5 carry 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So you get a total amount of rupees 251.60. Similarly, when you have to subtract 76.75 rupees from rupees 100. Now make sure when you are writing any amount, you have something in paisa, because you already have paisa in this part, so it should be here also. Now there is nothing in paisa, and you know nothing in maths means 0, exactly. So you will be writing rupees 100 as rupees 100.00. Then only you will be doing perfect subtraction, because otherwise you will keep looking for where is the decimal here. Ma'am told me that we have to align decimal point, but there is no decimal. So whenever in a number there is no decimal, that means this is the whole part only. If this is the whole part, what is in the decimal part? Nothing in maths means 0. So you can put as many zeros as you want according to the other decimal numbers which are available. Okay. So 100 is a whole number. So we put zeros. We need 2 places for paisa. So we will put 2 zeros here and then subtract. Now here you need borrowing, because you cannot subtract 0.75 from 0.00. So when we are borrowing, then also we will move to the whole part, we'll borrow from there. So we borrow from rupees part. This is cancelled. This becomes 10. From 10 we give 1 to it. So this is 9. From this 10 we give 1 here. So this is again 9. And this also gives 1 here. So this is also 9. And we have 10 here. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 6 is 3. And 9 minus 7 is 2. So your difference here is rupees 23.25. So simple. Let's move now. We'll be reading some word problem. Rishabh bought a pair of shirt and a jeans for his birthday. The pair of shirt costs 535.50 and jeans cost rupees 925.50. So what was the amount spent by him? That means the total money he has spent. So what are you going to do here? Add the amounts. Yes, perfectly. And because these are story sums, these are the word problems. So you are going to write small statements also, just to show what this figure, what this amount shows. Okay. Now coming to next, Sumi bought 3 storybooks which cost rupees 125.50, rupees 78.50 and rupees 133.50. She had rupees 300 with her. Was rupees 300 enough to pay for all these things? What do you think? What will you do first? Yes, exactly. We will first find out what is the sum of all these amounts that she has to pay. So when you add them up, you get rupees 337.50. But how much money does she have? She has only rupees 300. So do you think this amount is sufficient? No, this was not sufficient to buy all the 3. So she needs to pay more. Now how much does she need to pay more? So from that total, you will be subtracting 300.50 and you will get the remaining money that she needs to buy. Now we have an exercise here. Add the following, then you have subtract the following, and then you have some application based questions that they are the story sums. So you have to be just careful about placing decimal just below decimal. That means the decimal point should be aligned in all these amounts. So if you have to write this amount, you will write rupees 524.80, rupees, it is 27.65. So I write 0.65 here because point should be just below point, and then write 27 here. You will never go wrong. Now add them, because you have to add, you will put a plus sign and add them as we normally do. Similarly, you will be doing in subtraction. Now coming to application based questions. Mehak had rupees 522.50 in her piggy bank. Her mother gave her rupees 105 more. Okay. How much money does Mehak have now? So she got more. That means what are you going to do? Exactly, more means addition. Perfect. In a fair, Lucky spent rupees 68.50 in food stall and bought a toy for rupees 147.50. How much money did Lucky spend in all? Perfect, children. You will be adding them again. The price of a shirt has been reduced from rupees 982.50 to rupees 761.05. Find the difference in price. They are just saying find out the difference clearly. What is difference? How do you find it out? By subtracting. Yes. So you'll be subtracting these two values here. Now, the price of a travel bag is rupees 875, but Tanvi has only rupees 790.50. How much more money does she require to buy that bag? So, when you have to find out how much more, how much less, what do? We find out the difference. Yes, we can just represent this on the number bars also. Suppose the cost of bag is this much. So it is 875 rupees. But Tanvi has only 790.50 rupees, right? So this is 875, this is 790.50. So they are asking how much more is needed. So for finding out how much more, what do you see? This is the difference between the two values. So we will be subtracting again. You can think of it anyway. Now let's find out how much money one spends on food in a day. Estimate the amount of money you generally spend starting from breakfast till dinner and prepare a presentation on your findings. So you just have to see, you take different meals in a day, then you take snacks also, and so many things that you have to buy to eat in a day. So start right from the beginning of the day, whatever things you take. Maybe you take fruits and nuts in the morning, you take milk, egg, bread, butter, or anything. Then in the afternoon, you take a good meal, you take salad, you take vegetable, chapati, rice, everything. So just see how much money you spend on each of these items, and then you have to see how much amount is spent in a day on your meal. Next is multiplication and division of money. We have just learned that when you are adding or subtracting the amounts, you have to ensure that decimal point is aligned, but it's not in multiplication. If you have to multiply 45.36 by 2, we will simply do the multiplication, and what you have to do is, where after multiplication, you have to see how many places are there in the decimal part of this number. 2 places. So you will be just putting from back 2 places, and just before that you will be putting a decimal. Similarly, when you have to do 65.40 multiplied by 25. So we'll do a quick simple multiplication by 25. How do we do that? 5 zeros are 0, 5 fours are 20, 5 fives are 25 plus 2, 27, 5 6 are 30 plus 2, 32. So you get this by 5. Now, when you have to multiply by 2 the next digit, you will first put a 0 here. Now start. 2 zeros are 0, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10, 0 carry 1, 6 twos are 12 plus 1, 13. And then what we do? We just add these amounts. When you add them, children, after adding you get this number, and you can simply put one decimal here. That's it. Okay. So this is how we do. Now divide the following. When you have to divide, what you have to make sure is, it is again simple division as we do. But the moment you cross the decimal point and you have to take the next digit, before bringing down the next digit of the dividend, always put a point in your quotient and you will never make a mistake. Let's see how we do this. Suppose you have to divide 35.88 by 4. So it's my simple division, 3588.4 by 4. So I'll put a point here, 35.88 divided by 4. Let us start division by 4. 4 8s are 32. I get 3 here. Now the next digit that I have to bring down is 8, but there is a point before that. So before bringing down this 8, put a decimal here in your quotient and then bring down 8 and carry on with your normal division. So it is 4 9s are 36, 2 and 8, 4 7s are 28 and your answer is 8.97. So you have to put a decimal point here also. Coming to next, 846.00 divided by 36. Let's start with simple division. 36 2s are 72. After subtraction, you get 12. You bring down 6. Normally, you bring down 6. Then 36 3s are 108. After subtraction, you get 18. Now, when you are going to get this next digit below, first, you see, you are crossing decimal point. So, before doing that, you will put a decimal in your quotient and then bring down 0. Sometimes what happens, children, you bring down 0 first before without putting decimal, and then you get engaged in reading the table again and you forget putting decimal. So always make sure before you bring down the next digit after decimal, you have to put a decimal in the quotient. Now you can move ahead. 36 5s are 180 and it is done. Even if you bring down the next digit, you will put a 0 here. So 36 zeros are 0 and you get 23.50 as the answer. Let's read this question. Rihan and his sister Sara went to the circus with their parents. If each ticket costs rupees 80.50, how much did they pay for the tickets? So the cost of one, each means one ticket is given. And how many are there who all are going? Just Rihan and his sister. That means 2 people along with their parents. Another 2. So 2 and 2. 4 people. So how many tickets will they buy? They'll buy 4 tickets. Cost of one ticket is given as 80.50 rupees. So what will be the cost of 4 tickets? Yes, we will multiply. So multiply 80.50 by 4. You get 322 as your answer. Next question. Shikhar bought 5 chocolates for rupees 177.50. Find the cost of each chocolate. Each means 1. Yes. And when you know about many, you want to find out for 1, what do? We do division. So this is what we'll be doing. 177, put a point here. 0.50, because then only we will realize that, oh, we have to cross decimal. Let's put a decimal in the quotient also. So 5 3s are 15, 2. Bring down 7. 5 5s are 25, again 2. Now you are crossing decimal, children. So before crossing, put a decimal here in your quotient. Then bring down the next digit 5 below. Then 5 5s are 25 and then this 0, 5 zeros are 0. So the cost of each chocolate is 35.50. So just one simple thing to remember. In addition and subtraction, the decimal point is aligned. In division, as you are to cross the decimal, before bringing down the next digit, always put a decimal in the quotient. And in multiplication, do simple multiplication and count the number of decimal places from back in the product. And then before that, you put a decimal. Just everything else is simple as you have been doing till now. So here we have multiplication questions for you. Then you have to divide. Let's do one from here. 63.99 multiplied by 7. So 7 9s are 63. Carry 6. Again 7 9s are 63 plus 6, 69. Carry 6 again. 7 3s are 21 plus 6, 27. 7 6 are 42. 42 plus 2 is 44. So you get this as the product. Now count the number of decimal places. Here we have 2 and in rupees paisa we will always have 2 places. So we will put a decimal here. Make sure you write rupees here. The unit is very important in maths always. Now coming to division part, 94.50 divided by 3. Let's do this. 94.50 divided by 3. So let's begin. Yes, 3 threes are 9. Subtract 0. Exactly. Bring down 4 next. 3 ones are 3. Good. Subtract. You get 1. Next. 5. Yes, because you are crossing decimals. So we will first put a decimal here. Then go ahead. Bring down 5. 3 fives are 15. And this is 0, 3 zeros are 0. So rupees 31.50 is your answer. Let's see some application based questions. A bottle of milk costs rupees 26.50. What will be the cost of 8 such bottles? Yes, we will do multiplication here. Next, if the cost of 1 kg rice is rupees 50.50, find the cost of 5 kg rice. Exactly, again multiplication. Kiran bought 12 kg of sugar for rupees 546. What is the cost of 1 kg of sugar? So what will we do here? Many you know, you have to find out for one. We will divide. Exactly, children. So let us divide 546 by 12. 12 fours are 48. This is 6. Another 6 here. Now let's divide. 12 fives are 60. You subtract, you get 6, right? Is this the remainder? We have to go ahead, but there is no number here. But do you remember I told you when in whole numbers there is nothing in decimal part? It means we have zeros there. And also if this is rupees 546, how many paisa? 0, 0. So we can always put 0 from our side. Now we need the next digit here. So what will you do? Yes, put a decimal point here. Now bring down 0. So 12 fives are 60 again. And 12 zeros are 0. So it is 45.50 is the cost of 1 kg sugar. Anna, Rohan and Shreya went to an amusement park. If they paid rupees 826.50 for the tickets, for how many tickets? Yes, 3 tickets because 3 people went there, 3 friends went there. Find the cost of 1 ticket. So, division by 3, yes. So, let's think about this. Let's read it out. The monthly pass of a city bus costs rupees 1,500. Every time Shivam travels on the bus, rupees 7 is deducted from his balance. How many times can he travel before he has to deposit more money for his bus pass if the minimum balance allowed is rupees 30? So, in your bus pass, they will allow you to travel if the minimum balance is rupees 30 and Shivam is starting with rupees 1500. So the balance in his bus pass is rupees 1500. Every time 7 rupees are subtracted. So minus 7, minus 7, minus 7, like this we are doing, right? Now, when you are doing repeated subtraction, what is it actually? Yes, it is division. So let us see how many times can he travel when he is getting rupees 7 deducted. Let's divide 1500 by 7. Even if some balance is there, we'll leave it. So 7 twos are 14. 1, bring down 0. Yes, 7 ones are 7. What do you get? 3, bring down 0. Then 7 fours are 28. And you have a balance of 2 rupees. That means how many times can he travel? He can travel 214 times, children, right? 214 times if he travels, he has just 2 rupees left. But then what should be the minimum balance left? It should be 30 rupees. So what should you do actually? Let us keep out of 1500 30 rupees balance first, so that even if it goes up to there, we know that after these many days I have to get it recharged. Okay. So out of 1500, let us keep rupees 30 aside. And then we will calculate how much is there. 1470. Now we will calculate for how many days this amount is sufficient. Okay. Now 1470, when you divide by 7, what do you get? 7 twos are 14. Subtract. Bring down 7. 7 ones are 7. And then you have 0 here. Yes. So 7 ones are 7. Subtract again. What do you get? You get 0 here. Now bring down this. Although this is 0 at the end, but we will bring it down. We will divide also. So 7 how many times is 0? 7 zeros are 0, children. See, there will be a lot of difference. You cannot go ahead without dividing any digit. So if you leave it here that, oh, 0 is the remainder, then your quotient will be only 21. That means the bus pass will expire in 21 days. But if you bring down the last digit 0 and you still divide it, 7 zeros are 0. See, your 21 days get converted into 210 days. So always remember, when you are doing division, whichever digit you bring down, you have to divide. May it be 0 times, but it should always be divided. So this is valid for 210 days, and the question asks how many times can he travel. That means he can travel 210 days, right? So we will first keep 30 rupees aside. Will not go directly for division by 7. Now going ahead, we have preparing bill. You would have all seen bill when you go shopping. The shopkeeper gives you a bill, isn't it? Have you seen what all items, what all are the headings there, what all he writes? Yes, let's see here. If this is the bill, he mentions the date, then he mentions the name of the person or the shopkeeper, businessman who is buying, and then he has the bill number over it. So we start with the date, we write the name of the buyer, and then this is the name of the shop, Raj Fresh Fruit Shop. And if you buy something in credit, then your name is also mentioned there. If you buy it for cash, he mentions cash there. So date, the name of the shop from where you are buying, and the bill number. These are the things they have. First is serial number. So he mentions what all, how many things you are buying. Then items, you are buying apple, pomegranate, grapes. Then he mentions how much you are buying, the quantity. So apples you are buying 2 kg, pomegranate is 1 kg, grapes again 2 kg. After this, he mentions the price per unit. So this is called the rate in rupees. So the cost of apple is rupees 130 per kg, pomegranate rupees 150 per kg, and grapes rupees 80 per kg. So how do you find the amount that you have to pay finally? We multiply the quantity by the rate. So at the rate of 130 per kg, 2 kg apples will cost 260. Pomegranate will be 150 for a kg, and for 2 kg grapes at the rate of 80 rupees, you have to pay 160 rupees. Now these three amounts you will add up to finally see what is the total amount of the bill that you have to pay to the shopkeeper. So this is how we prepare bill. Now here's an exercise for you to prepare bill for shopping at different venues. At stationery shop, you are buying 3 notebooks at the rate of 12.55 rupees, 4 pencils at the rate of rupees 2.75, and 3 erasers at the rate of rupees 3.50 each. Now here the name of the stationery shop is not given. So first thing you have to do is write the date, whatever date it is today. And then for stationery shop, you can write any name of your locality. So I write here Stationery Mart. And after that, I have to write the bill number also in front of it. So I'll write bill number. You can write it any. Let it be 6. Right? Now I'll make columns here. This is the column for serial number. Then you have the column for item. Then you have the column for quantity. I am writing in short QTY. Then you have the column for rate in rupees. And then you have the column for amount. This is also in rupees. How many items are we buying? 1, 2, 3. The first item is notebook. How many notebooks are you buying? 3 notebooks. What is the price of each notebook? Rupees 12.55. So 12.55. The second item you are buying is pencils. How many? 4 at the rate of rupees 2.75. Rupees is already mentioned there at the top, so we will not write that again. 2.75. And finally 3 erasers. Erasers 3 at the rate of rupees 3.50 each. Now you will just multiply them, write down the answers here, and then you will find the total. Let us multiply 12.55. So you will have your multiplication practice also here. 15, 16, 7 and 3. So this is 37.65. When you multiply this by 4, 2.75 into 4. It's good if you can do mental calculation. 5 4s are 20. 28 plus 2, 30. 4 2s are 8 and 3 is 11. So you get 11.00. And for 3 erasers, each costing 3.50, you will multiply by 3. 3 zeros are 0, 3 5s are 15, 3 3s are 9 plus 1 10. You get 10.50. Now add up all these values. So what do you get here? Total amount is 0. Then you have 6 plus 5, 11. 7 plus 1, 8 plus 1, 9. Carry, this is 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So this is 59.10. That is the total amount that you have to pay for buying these items from the stationery. Similarly, you will have to do the second question, make a bill for it, and two more questions for you. Now here's the project for you. Visit a stationery shop again with a grown-up. Find out the rate of things given of 2 different brands available. You would have noticed when you go to buy a pen or a pencil or eraser, anything in the market, you have lots of brands available. So you have to check out for 2 brands here. Find out the rate of things given of 2 different brands available. So this is brand 1, this is brand 2, and you have to write. Also calculate the amount you will spend if you buy all the 5 items of any one brand. So if we talk about these of one brand, find out the total. For the second brand also, for the same things, find out the total, children. So this is for you to explore from the market when you go shopping with your parents, somebody elder. It's time to recall what we have learned in this session, chapter at a glance. So the currency of India is Indian rupee. We use the symbol this for rupees and P for paisa, and we have learned 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa. We carry out addition, subtraction, multiplication of money using the same rules as for numbers I have told you, and remembering to place just the decimal point after 2 digits from the right, from the end. A bill is what is a bill? It is a piece of paper that shows how much money is to be paid in exchange for goods purchased or services taken from any vendor. Now, competency-based questions for you. So, here we have competency-based questions for you. If cost of 1 kg grapes is rupees 80, then what is the cost of 250 grams of grapes? So, 250 grams is what fraction of 1 kg? How many 250 grams make 1 kg? 4. They are asking you about only 1 250 grams. 250 grams. That means we know about 4 and then we want to find out for 1. What will you do? Divide 80 by 4. You get 20. Next, Atul sold 6 shirts for rupees 145 each, and with this money, that means the money he got by selling 6 shirts, he bought 2 bags. Find the price of a bag. You will get the price of 2 bags. You have to find the price of 1 bag, children. So what is the price of 2 bags? Yes, the amount that he gets by selling 6 shirts. How much does he get? Good. This is rupees 145 multiplied by 6. What do we get? 6 5s are 30, carry 3, 6 4s are 24 plus 3, 27, carry 2, 6 1s are 6 and 2, 8. So 870 is the price of 2 bags. So for finding the price of 1 bag, we will divide it by 2. What do you get, children? This is 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. So rupees 435. Yes, this is the perfect answer. Now miscellaneous exercise for you. How many 10 rupee notes will make a sum of rupees 500? Yes, rupees 500 you want in 10 rupees notes. So it will be 50. Rupees 15.50 plus rupees 10.25 plus rupees 5.05 is equal to what? Add and get your answer yourself. Mother bought some household items worth rupees this much. She gave rupees 500 note to the shopkeeper. Now the shopkeeper will return how much money to her? Subtraction. Subtract and get your answer, children. You have to multiply and find out the answer. Neha bought 5-meter ribbons for rupees 16.25. They want you to find out the cost of one ribbon. So here what will you be doing? Division. Perfect. So you'll be finding out the answers yourselves. Let's move to subjective type questions. Anam opens her money bank. There are 50 notes of rupees 50 and 20 notes of rupees 20. How much money is there in the money bank? So 50 rupees of 50 means how much amount? Multiplication. So rupees 50 into 50. How do we multiply? Forget the zeros for a while. 5 5s are 25. Now put the zeros after it. How many total zeros are there? 2. So we'll put 2 zeros here. Similarly, it is rupees 20 notes. So what is the amount? Quickly tell me now. Yes, this is 400. 2 2s are 4 and then we put 2 zeros after that. Add the amount. What do you get? Rupees 2,900 is in her money bank. Divya bought a cookie box for rupees 35.75 and a packet of almond chocolate for rupees 15.50. If she gave the shopkeeper rupees 100 note, how much money should she get back? What are we going to do? First, find out the total amount she has spent and then yes, subtract from 100 rupees. You'll get to know how much money will she get back. Aditi, Ayan and Sara have rupees 2,000 each, okay, as their shopping budget. They went to the book fair where they bought some books for rupees 780.75, rupees 920.50 and rupees 1,500 respectively. Now, what is the meaning of respectively? Respectively means the first name and the first amount, they are associated. The second name, Ayan, spent 920.50, which is the second amount here. And the third name, Sara, spent the third amount which is given here. So this is the meaning of respectively. So find out how much money they spent overall and who spent the most. Who spent the most is clear here. This is Sara. This is the biggest amount. And how much money did they spend all together? Addition. Perfect. Let's move to the last. 4 friends went shopping. They purchased a few items from different shops. When the cost of each of the items purchased by them, also find the total amount spent by them. So you have to find out how much is the cost of each of the items and find the total amount also that is spent by them. This is 4 shirts for rupees 1,280. So what is the price of one? Divide and find out. 6 pairs of socks for rupees 540. Again, divide and find out for one. And similarly, you will be finding the cost of 1 pair of jeans. And then you also have to find the total cost of all the items they have purchased. Now, it's time to do HOTS for you. Collect some old newspaper or junks lying in your home. Sell these to the local scrap dealer, the junk dealer. He is also called the kabadi wala. How much money would you get? What would you do with that money? What do you think happens to the newspapers or junks? Find out. So it's your part to find out what is done with the scrap, the old newspapers, the old books and magazines that the scrap dealer buys. And then what are you going to do with the money you have got by just selling all this junk waste from your home? You plan out your own shopping and then have lots of fun, children. And then you have a maths lab activity for you to explore things on money with your teacher and your friends in the maths lab. So go to your maths lab with your teacher and friends and enjoy learning money there. We'll be coming up with more interesting sessions ahead. Till then, happy learning.